do you want to run through the West team? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to McDonald Jones Stadium on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's grand final day here in Newcastle Rugby League, and we've got South taking on Lake Seagulls. And I'm here with Joshua Callanan, and Josh, we should be in for a good game, mate.
Absolute cracker. The stage is set. They've had some ding-dong battles already throughout the course of the season, and what a stage it is. No cloud at all in the sky. She's an absolute bluebird. A little bit of breeze coming in from just looking at the fluttering of the Australian flag at the southern end from that south. A little bit strong, so there'll be an advantage there for either side. But yeah, plenty of club colours around, and we're ready to rock and roll for this 2018 decider. Yeah,
big turnout here today, which is good to see for the local grand finals. There's a few changes to both teams, Josh, so we'll just run through those now. I'll run through the Lakes team for us. So at fullback, we have Kyle Kennedy. On the wings, we have Toa Mataafa and Matt Craig. In the centres, we have Josh Charles and Jacob Gagai. At 5'8", we have Jack Kelly. Halfback, Nick Newman. In the front row, we have Roman Felilia and Cody Charles. At hooker and starting today is the 14, Daniel Peck. In the second row, we have Vitali Rasika and Nick Glow. And at 13 and captain, we have Sean Bass. On the interchange bench today, so Casey Burgess in the 9 slips back to the interchange bench. We've got the 16, Cody Robbins, 17, Blake Smith, and coming back from under 20s Newcastle Knights duties, we have Ben Talley. So that's a massive in for the Lakes United Seagulls. They're coached by Todd Edwards. This is Todd's 5th first grade grand final, so he's 0-4. He'll be wanting the chocolates today, Josh.
Very, very keen, Todd Edwards. He'd be like a kid in a candy shop today, back on the grand final stage. Now that he's in clubland, he's been away doing the representative Rebels for a little while, but it'd be very nice for Todd on a personal note to try and get one on the winning side.
What do you make of the inclusion of Tally? He comes back from the Knights 20s. That's a big in for the Seagulls.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, he's been playing some good footy with them, and it's just a really good injection to that forward pack for Lakes. Daniel Peck starting is also a good move. He was great last week against Curry when he was in those opening 20 minutes. And there's South come out in the third. We might go through their lineup. Lachlan Walmsley at fullback. Harry Van Dartel and Jared Flanagan on the wings. Henry Penn and Tom Cronin, the centres. Ryan Glanville, the skipper, at 6, and partnering in the halves, Jason Keelan. Luke Higgins and Cameron King are the front rowers. Joey Morris in at 9. Jake Lawrence and Daniel Martin at 11 and 12. Tory Freeman, normally the lock, he's out. That's a big loss for the Lions. He was the country under-23 player of the year last season. So Connor Brown comes in for him. He'll be wearing the 14. Alpha Monafatatia, apologies there. He's on the bench with Scott Matthews, Faitoa, and Lewis Schneider is then the man who comes onto the bench. And he was with the South team that won here only 2 years ago.
Good.
beautiful rendition of the national anthem. They're setting the scene for what should be a great grand final, Josh. These two teams met just 2 weeks ago with Souths running out winners 20 points to 12. Can Lakes turn the tables today?
Well, this is really a 50-50 game, and you'd like to think so from a Lakes perspective, because it was only a week before that Lakes got the better of South, a fortnight before that in the last round. So there's nothing between these two teams, and yeah, should be a cracker today.
The referee today will be Lewis Matheson. We're just about to get play underway here. As you said earlier, Josh, a fairly stiff breeze blowing from right to left on your screens. It'll be behind Lakes in this first half. So they'll be looking to make the most of that breeze early on, put some points on the board. The South's about to get us underway. There's the kick-off in the 2018 Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final. As Lakes look to shift early. I'll get it up to the 20 on the first play. Play the ball and come back centre field. That's the captain, Bass. One off the ruck again. That's the 9, Casey Burgess, it looks like. Another hit up there. They're nearly up to halfway, Lake, so a good first set. Still a tackle or two up their sleeves. Just happy to work it upfield. There's the skipper again. Heavily involved early, leading from the front. This will be the last. As they go to the air through Kelly. Difficult conditions for the back three today. That's a good take. And a nice offload. And Josh, we had the pleasure of watching South a couple of weeks ago against Central Newcastle, and it was really the Glanville and Walmsley show that day. 3 tries off kicks. I'll be looking for a big one today from their fullback.
Yeah, they're certainly 2 to watch. They were at seeing that day. They combined 3 times for tries, and Ryan got another individual one. Ryan was excellent again the next week against Lakes with 2 individual efforts. But great first set there from Lakes. Sean Boss, he was outstanding last week against Curry, and he's shown his intentions early today. 2 big hit-ups.
That's Cameron King now, up to halfway. This will be the last. So they go to the left through Glanville. There's the kick. Puts it up high, sits up in the breeze. That's well taken by Kennedy. Looks to beat the first man and can't. So they're into the arm wrestle early, these two teams. That's Toa Mataafa coming in off his wing to do some of the heavy work. As they shift to the right now. Good numbers in the tackle there by South, sorry. They come back centre field. They'll be tackled 5 shy of halfway. This will be the last. They come down the short side. There's the kick. It's over the top of the winger's head. He's going to have to get, he's found touch as well. Great kick there from Kelly.
Yeah, really making the most of that breeze there, Dan. Just in a clever little nudge. You know, didn't try to overplay his hand. He's pinned it into the corner. Excellent play there from Lakes. Just called Offer, the number 15 for South, a little bit out of position there. Looks like he's come off the bench to start.
Yeah, he looks like he's starting on the wing. And
for Harry Van Dartel, I can't see him out there in his normal headgear.
I think Van Dartel is playing lock. Got some late mail downstairs in the change rooms. It looks like Van Dartel's moved to lock today, with Mana Fatoa coming off the bench to start on the wing. So a little bit of a reshuffle for Souths.
Bit of reshuffle too with Lakes, as we said. Daniel Peck starting at 9 and Casey Burgess sliding then to 13, and Sean Boss, although he's wearing the 13, he's at front row. Good run there from Flanagan.
Yeah, good meters there. Too slow in to play the ball, and that's the first penalty of the game. So Souths will have an opportunity to go on the attack here as they take the tap, not willing to risk the kick for touch.
There's that man, Van Dartel. That's why I couldn't see him out wide. He's right in the middle, Dan.
Yeah, he loves it in there. He does a lot of the one off the ruck stuff early in the sets anyway, so he embraces that sort of work in the middle of the park. There's an error. Looked to be Glanville over there.
Yeah, just sort of that little sleight of hand there. It got him 2 tries a fortnight ago against Lakes in the major semi-final. I just saw it again, just taking on the line. He does that a lot as the 5'8". just looking for the play the ball, and just a little error as he tried to get up. Asking for a penalty, but not to be the case. Turnover. The Lakes will get it 30 out.
As they win the scrum feed and they come back the open side. That's a good strong charge off the scrum. It's Vitali Rasika.
Fijian international.
Short ball. It was flat at best. As Lakes make their way up over halfway now through Gagai. He'll be tackled 40 out from South's line. They come back centre field. Plenty of option both sides. That looks like it's Peck. Peck in a dummy half. They come back the open side through the fullback Kennedy. Kennedy beats one, beats two, beats another Kennedy. He's going to go close. He offloads. South scramble. They're over, are they? Lakes are celebrating. It looks like the referee's going to point to the spot, and he does. And Lakes draw first blood in the grand final of 2018. 4-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, just set up midfield there, shift to the right, and Kyle Kennedy just found himself in so much space. And if there's a player on this field you don't want to give that opportunity to, it's the number one from Lakes. Here we go, excellent work here. That ball out the back, little dummy, goes through a massive hole. Excellent work to get past Lachlan Walmsley as we watch on the replay. Gets the ball away, it's on the deck, and then somehow Lakes have picked it up and got the try.
Yeah, Jack Kelly going over there, Josh. So first try of the grand final, if you've got him as first try scorer, well done out there.
Yeah, saw the boys selling the doubles on the way in.
And Lakes strike first, so that'll definitely give them a boost of confidence. We spoke about their meeting 2 weeks ago where South's got the better of them. They've started well, Lakes. And it looked like Souths might go on the attack, and that error from Glanville gifted Lakes the opportunity, and they've gone down the other end and scored.
Yeah, just excellent awareness there from Kyle Kennedy. They'd shaped the play. It looked like a setup to spin it even wider, but he just saw the gap and took it on, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, he just stepped back off his right, didn't he, and caught the inside defenders flat-footed, and as you said, Josh, he was in plenty of space as he's sprayed that one wide, Matt Arfa. You'll be disappointed with that, Josh. It was fairly close to the uprights.
Well, you'll take any points in a grand final, so the 4 are very friendly for Lakes, but that looked like almost a gift extra 2. It's gone begging.
I didn't even curse him. I was about to, so I'll save that one for later.
But anyway, Seagulls get first blood.
There's a high kick-off into the breeze. This is going to sit up in the breeze. Batted back there by Lakes, and they've done well to retain possession. A great play off the kick-off.
That was Jason Keelan. He's a premiership winner with the Hamilton Hawks in the local rugby union competition, and only a few weeks ago at Townsend Oval there was a similar strong southerly breeze, and he used that short kick-off to great effect, and it almost paid off there.
They did well, Lakes. They scrambled well and smart enough to just bat it back, and Matta Arthur got on the end of it. So as they make their way upfield again here, Lakes, that's Charles. He'll play the ball now 40 out from the line. Nobody at dummy half. A little bit of miscommunication there as Boss now. Said it early, he's leading by example, the skipper. As Peck goes over the top of a player in the ruck. It looks like King was in the ruck, and that's a penalty.
Be interesting here. Will they try and take the extra 2 or stay on the attack?
Well, you wouldn't blame them for taking the 2. They're going to. So Matt Arthur will look to come in and make amends for his first miss.
Right in front, 30 out, breeze behind.
I'm not saying anything.
Certainly within his range. But yeah, points in a grand final early. Hard to knock back.
We saw a really good game in reserve grade today as well, with the Macquarie Scorpions running out victors in their grand final in reserve grade. So well done to the Scorpions.
Got the win over Central, and yeah, the earlier grades, Maitland were successful in under 19s. And the West girls got up in the ladies league tag. Extra time thriller.
Ryan Glanville, the captain and 5'8", had his sister playing in that game. So, and there's another sprayed kick. Well, this could come back to bite the Seagulls. misses that one as well. So score remains 4-0 after 10 minutes here at McDonald Jones Stadium. It could really be 8-0, Josh.
Yeah, probably should be. He kicked really well only a couple of weeks last week against carrying some breezy conditions in the preliminary final at Townsend, but yeah, he's off the mark today.
And just watching those kicks, both strikes didn't look completely fluent. They looked low and hard, and he's just hooked both of them. So he'll have plenty of time to make up for it, though, as Lakes go back on the attack. That's the beauty of missing that penalty goal. They get the drop out as they go through Charles now. Charles with a bit of space. Plenty of defenders there, though, as Glanville wraps him up.
Great hands from Kennedy there.
Only 15 out from the line here, Lakes. As they come back the open side. That's Peck. Peck out the back to Kennedy. Kennedy now to the 11, Rasika. He'll be tackled 10 out from the line. Still 2 tackles up their sleeve. Peck now out of dummy half. That comes to the 9. That's Burgess. He'll be tackled short of the line. Last tackle, centre field. Lakes on the attack, 4-0 the scorelines. They go short ball, he holds on to it, and great defence from Souths. He's done so well to hold on to that ball, Boss. And the defence has just held on there.
Yeah, clever short ball from Daniel Peck. That's exactly why he's out there starting today. Sean Boss charging onto that. What about the determination in that defence? There was about 5 of them there from South.
I'll tell you what, I thought if he had held onto it, he'd score, and they did very well, South. They work it off their own line now. They've had no field position at the moment, Souths. And when they did have, they made that error. So they'll be looking to get down the other end. It's been all Lakes early as Van Dartel now. Good contact, but he bounces off Van Dartel, and he does that a lot. They come back the open side now. That's Higgins, sorry. He'll be tackled, 40 out from the line. They're into Lakes territory. Van Dartel now through the hands. Comes to Lawrence. Nice offload. That's Cronin. Cronin beating one. And he'll be tackled 25 out from the line. Great set from Lakes as they come the short side through Wormsley. Wormsley out of dummy half. Wormsley for the line. Wormsley will score. And out of nowhere, South hit back 4-4 with a kick to come. And Lachlan Wormsley. Too big, too strong, too good.
Just came a little bit out of nowhere there. The first phase of that attack seemingly looked a little bit more dangerous when Jake Lawrence got that ball away. Sort of play halted there a little bit on the 20, but once Lachlan Walmsley got his hands on the ball, there was no stopping him. That's now 19 tries in his last 11 games. Can find the stripe. And the Merriweather product is over in a grand final. Both fullbacks making an impact early here.
He just picked it up from dummy half and pinned the ears back. There's a little bit of room in behind the ruck. And Wormsley just put the head down. He came to the fullback and there was no thought of stepping or offloading. He just tried to run straight over the top of him and did enough to get the ball down. And we were just saying, Josh, that it had been all Lakes early. That try coming against a run of play, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, South, once they were able to get a few phases, a few tackles on the back of each other in the right kind of position, they've showed what they're capable of.
Well, it all started from the shift of play, and then Cronin's one. He beat one, and then quick play the ball, and Wormsley just saw the space in behind.
Yep. We've already seen Lakes miss 2 of their kicks at goal. Jason Keelan, I hope I don't put the curse on him, but he's an excellent sharp shooter. It's his second season back with South after that stint I mentioned just earlier with Hamilton, and his kicking game is certainly one of his highlights. He'll be looking to put his team out in front here.
It's not the easiest of days for the kickers. As Keelan moves in now. Strikes it and just pushes it to the right of the upright. So the score remains 4-4 here, McDonald Jones Stadium. Big thank you to Bar TV for streaming this game as well. Make sure if you're watching overseas or you can't be here today, let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. As Lakes will get us back underway, we've had 14 minutes gone here in the first half of the 2018 Grand Final. Score is 4-4. South's try scorer Lachlan Wormsley and Lakes try scorer Jack Kelly. Both teams miss their conversions. And we've had Lakes miss a penalty goal as well. South now looking to spread the ball, and that's well overthrown. Daniel Martin, too many wheat picks this morning.
Yeah, it's gone over into in the grandstand with no one in it. Just mistimed that one. Over the top.
The poor old ball kids have to jump the fence. And another fence.
They're loving it. There's a race to that ball. Daniel Martinez, his first game in this final series. He missed the first two. He was out injured. Had an extra week to rest, and Coach Ben Cross was confident he'd be good to rock and roll today.
Maybe a little bit of overexcitement there then.
Yeah. Part of the Australian Rugby Sevens program last year.
Rasika now. He'll be taken 25 out from the line, centre field. So Lakes back on the attack again as they come the short side. They switch the play though, back to Rasika. He's solidly met by King. He's carrying 3 here, Rasika. He'll be tackled 5 out from the line. Plenty of tackles up their sleeve here for Lakes. He's pecking at dummy half. That's the 10. That's Charles. Charles is over the line. Does he get it down? I don't think so.
He's in a running battle, Cody Charles, with his brother, Josh, to see who scores the most tries. And the prop, Cody, he's one up on Josh at the moment.
Nah, that can't be.
It's a true fact. The boys from Griffith.
As Peck goes down the short side. As you said, Josh, very shifty out of dummy half. They come back to the centre field. It comes to Rasika again. Van Dartel up in defence. This will be the last, 15 out from the line. As they come down the short side through Kelly, the try scorer. Puts a grubber in. It'll be play on, still the last. Kennedy puts it across field into the sun. That's a good kick. Looks to have gone backwards. They spread it wide. And that's a try. Matt Craig in the corner. Everything looked okay from here. And the referee points to the spot, and Lakes go over in the corner. Matt Craig. Great kick from Kyle Kennedy up into the sun. They couldn't deal with it, Souths.
Great awareness from Kyle Kennedy again. He was the man who set that try up. Play broke down to the left, as we're just watching on the replay here. But Kyle Kennedy has the smarts just to get it up there, see what happens, and 4 points is what ensues. Nice little work there from Nick Lowe and Matt Craig. This is his second grand final for Lakes, 3 years after the 2015 premiership. Second try. Happy days for Matt Craig.
Loves it. I'll tell you who was good work by Josh Charles. He never gave up on that chase and put a lot of pressure on the South catcher. And it looked like he might have got a hand to it, but it definitely went backwards. It was easy pickings for Glow, who just picked it up and did the right thing, just handed it off to Craig. Didn't get selfish, Glow. And it looks like we've had a change of kicker. This is a tough one from out wide. He moves in. He hasn't struck that one very well either. Really struggling with their kicking at the moment, Lakes. The scoreline stays at 8 points to 4, Lakes over South. You've got to say, Josh, it's probably a deserved lead for Lakes.
Yeah, they've been good with the ball. They've had most of it in the territory as well. And 8-4 is the reward.
You can see those flags blowing at the southern end, and they are blowing, so there's another high kickoff. That's well taken. That was Nick Newman there under that one. They're giving themselves a chance to get the ball back, though, Souths. Lakes now make their way up towards the 40. That's Meta Arthur. That's a little halfback having a run. Newman, he's met in defence. Nearly at halfway here, Lakes, as they come back the open side. That's Charles. Just going back to that conversation we were having. So the centre's one behind the front rower. You won't be happy about that.
No. He was certainly reminding him during the week as we see a penalty there, not a mistake.
Great opportunity here for Lakes. I'm not sure they'll take this shot at goal.
No, not after those first 3 attempts. Cole Kennedy stepping in for that last one. Taking the tap.
And why not? They've looked good with the ball, Lakes. That's Cody Charles. 25 out from the line. First tackle as they come to the right now. That's the skipper, Boss. Plenty of numbers in defence around him. He'll be tackled just shy of the 10. They come the open side through Newman. Takes the line on. Good to see from the halfback. He's tackled 5 out from the line. So pouring the pressure on Lakes as they come through. Kelly at the back. It's hit Van Dartle. Forward pass there from Kennedy. So the Lions hold on.
Yeah, good work defensively there. Some good reads out wide. We see Van Dartle now back on the wing where he's more accustomed. And does a good job here to thwart that attack from the Lakes boys. Look dangerous though with the ball in hand. Seeing this replay, just shifting out the back. Yeah, some good tackles there from the outside men from South.
Yeah, he just read it well, didn't he, Van Dartle? He came up and put pressure on that centre. Didn't give him a chance.
Tom Cronin as well.
As they win the scrum feed, South. First tackle will be on the 20. And there's a piggyback. They'd be looking for that, South. Henry Penn coming in and taking a run and earning his side a penalty. And they'll kick for touch. Well, they've had one opportunity really, South, and they made the most of it. So let's see what they can do with a few tackles up their sleeve in the attacking zone. They come through Higgins now. Good strong run from the front rower. Morris goes short. That's Manafatoa. They come to left. That's Glanville. Glanville out the back to Wormsley. Wormsley shows and goes. That's well read by the defence there of Lakes. 5 out from the line. Still a few tackles up their sleeve here for South. Glanville goes himself. Steps off his right again. Offloads to Penn. Penn will go close. And he doesn't get there. Held up.
Good defence from Lakes.
Glanville with some great footwork close to the line, and he must have thought he'd put his centre over there. As this is the last, comes to Glanville. Glanville steps off his right again. They go back the short side through Higgins. Higgins offloads. Back to Higgins. Higgins can't offload, and that's good scrambling defence from Lakes. And the Seagulls hold on.
Yeah, Ryan Glanville really looking to take on the line there, especially down that left-hand side. They weren't able to crack it on that occasion, but again, some promising signs from South in attack, and equally some great defence from Lakes.
It's good work out of marker there from Higgins, putting a stop to that first run. As Lakes look to work it off their own line now. Just over 22 minutes gone in this Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final. The scoreline reads Lakes Seagulls 8, South Lions 4. It hasn't been a day for the kickers at the moment. That's a good kick though. Turns Wormsley around. Using that breeze to their advantage, Lakes. They'll look to pin them down here.
Yeah, great kick chase there too from Lakes.
Now it's Souths again having to do all the hard work early. A few players slow to get back on side. Penn now in for another run. They're definitely going to need the help of their outside backs in this first half against this breeze. They go short ball to King. He's carrying 2 and 3 and 4 with him. Still going, King. Good run by the big man. Up to halfway. That's Keelan now with the kick. Kennedy will field it. Look to bring it back off his own line. Wall of defenders there from South, and Kennedy nearly breaks through. Now it's Lake's turn to do some dog work. They work it out of their own end. That's the try scorer, Craig, getting involved. And here's the other winger, Matta Arthur. And a penalty as they take the quick tap. It's play on. No, they'll be asked to bring it back.
thought he'd got the nod there from the official out in the middle, but not the case. Daniel Peck saw the opening.
Well, I think he got the okay from the referee, but it was the pocket referee that didn't like where he took the tap from. So they'll come back and take the kick for touch anyway. It might work out better for them.
Roman Fepele is on for Lakes, replaces Cody Charles in the front row.
So come the open side, Lakes, through the hands, out the back to the fullback, Kennedy. Kennedy with some space. Kennedy pins the ears back. Kennedy goes close. Just a few blades of grass between him and the try line. So come back the open side through Kelly. They just drop it off to Boss. There's a settler for you. They had him stretched there, Lakes. So they come back the open side through Newman. Newman out the back to Kelly. Nice cut-out pass to the centre. Oh, and he's dropped his lollies. Gagai looked to be going over.
Well, again from Lakes, unfortunately they've missed out on the try, but looking very dangerous when they spread it both right and left. Cole Kennedy was all but on the other side, and as we see this replay, excellent ball in behind, and Jacob Gagai.
I'll tell you what, if he tries to hold on to that and reaches out, he goes awfully close to scoring there, Gagai. I think he just got caught in two minds whether or not to pass or go himself, and in the end he's turned the ball over. It's been all Lakes early on. South now having to work it off their own line again. I've said that a few times in this first half. That's Cronin coming in for some work, and he earns his team a penalty.
It's consecutive sets there for South in their own half. Penalties.
Nothing better than that little piggyback upfield. So they take the tap now. That's Martin. Works it up to halfway on the first. Glanville now, short ball. That's the 17, Faatoa. He'll be tackled 40 out from the line as they go to Glanville now. Heavily involved early. That's Keelan now. Nice short ball. Lawrence has met in a good tackle. Quick play the ball though from Lawrence. They come to the 15, Manafatoa. Still going. Good run. 15 out from the line.
Good leg speed.
They come to Keelan now. Keelan with a cutout pass to Cronin, and Cronin's in. What a pass from the halfback, Keelan. And Cronin runs a great line. And the scores are locked up. 8-all with a kick to come.
Poetry in motion. That is rugby league at its best. That was pinpoint accuracy on the pass. What a fantastic run from the South centre, Tom Cronin. And that is a well-earned 4 points from South. So we have a look at the replay. What about that for a cutout ball? And the angle of the run is perfection. Take a bow, Jason Keelan. Well orchestrated.
He just threw it across the face of Lawrence. And Cronin ran into a yawning gap. And they've hit back South. So for all the possession and field position that Lakes have had, it's now 8-all with a kick to come. And off the back of that, piggyback as well. A little bit of ill discipline costing Lakes at the moment. Keelan's kicking from nearly the exact same blade of grass that he took his first shot from. He pushed that one out to the right, so let's see if he can correct that. Taking his time over this one. Every point crucial in this grand final. Just over 11 minutes to go in this first half. Scores are 8-all. As he moves in now. Strikes it and just pushes that one out to the right as well.
learnt from that first kick with how strong that breeze was that he'd have to sort of shape it unnaturally left to right, and just couldn't quite allow. So 8-all. What a cracking opening half hour in this grand final.
Lakes now get us back underway. And Dartle underneath this one. That's the 17. Faitatoa. They come down the short side. Cronin, the try scorer. Plays the ball. Now Van Dartle will have a run. He's not the biggest of stature, Van Dartle, but it takes a few people to put him on the ground every time. And a penalty against the run of play. Geez, that's a coach killer. South on the front foot. Just a lapse of concentration in the play of the ball.
Saying there was no contact with the foot. Seems a signal from the referee.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen one of those in the NRL for at least 12 weeks.
It's been a while.
That early season crackdown seems to have gone away. Not here, it hasn't. Lakes back on the attack now, 8-all. 10 minutes to go in this first half. They've been down this end a lot, Lakes, as they come the short side. They put it down. So they let South off the hook there, Lakes. Just unable to capitalise on this great field position.
Yeah, that's a costly error.
Kelly just took his eyes off it.
Little look up at the defensive line. Ball comes out.
They win the scrum and Penn will take the first run. Van Dartle now. Again, good contact. Still pumping those legs, Van Dartle. Read one of your articles early in the week, Josh, a barber by trade.
Yeah, and a winger on weekends. I'm sure that many from Dubbo will be tuning in to watch Harry go round, where he called home before heading to Canberra and now Newcastle. And yeah, gives out a trim out towards Walls End Way.
That's Faitatoa now. 35 out from the line. A couple of tackles up their sleeve here as they come out the back through Keelan. Comes to Lawrence now. He's brought down. A good tackle. This will be the last. Comes to Wormsley. Wormsley with a little chip over the top. The referees called play on. There was a little bit of contact there on Wormsley, but not enough for the ref to blow the penalty.
Yeah, at first glance it didn't seem like there was any deliberate. Everyone just sort of stood their ground, but wasn't able to get through. Lachlan Wormsley off that chip chase attempt.
There's a penalty. Gagai earns his team a well-needed penalty. This will give him a good opportunity, Lakes, to get back down the other end. And we spoke about that breeze earlier on, Josh. They'll really want to take a lead into half-time, Lakes. Be tough sledding in that second half. It's Rasika now. He'll be tackled 30 out from the line. Coming open side through Kelly. That's the 17. That's Blake Smith. Just shy of the 20 now, Lakes. Peck still in at dummy half as they come the open side. That's a good strong tackle. Glow nearly poked his nose through there. A couple of tackles left up their sleeves. They go the short side. That's Josh Charles looking to level up with his brother. Come back the open side now. That's Peck. They come to Kelly. Kelly to Rasika. Can he get the arm free? No, he can't. Last tackle, 10 metres out from the line. They go the open side through Peck. Peck with a little kick in behind. He can't thread the needle. That's a penalty. Looks like he's picked him up for offside. And surely now, Josh, they take the kick.
It's almost gift wrapped. And going into half time, those 2 points, just a little lead, could be Very handy. Daniel Peck just sort of cleaned up there as he went to put that little grubber through. And they are taking the shot.
Nada Arthur is back on kicking duties.
Bound for the Canterbury Bulldogs next year. He's picked up a contract in the lower grades.
Lovely. Good luck to the young man. I'm not willing to say he'll put this over just yet. That's a better strike. We've had our first penalty goal / conversion of the day.
Much to the applause of the crowd. They like that. First one between the sticks.
The scoreline reads with just over 5 minutes to go here in this Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final. Lake Seagulls 10, South Lions 8. In a half that Lakes have, well, for me, really been on top. So I think South Newcastle will be happy to go in at half-time with the scoreline reading this. I really feel like they're in the game. They haven't had a lot of field position, Souths. Let's see if we can get another one of these high kickoffs. They've done well so far, Lakes. Sits it up in the breeze, Keelan. That's a difficult one to deal with again. Oh, well taken. Nick Newman. Take a bow.
That is outstanding. That would have been at home, the MCG, this Saturday for the AFL Grand Final. Super work.
Wouldn't look out of place for a fullback. That was brilliant under the high ball from the halfback. That's the third kickoff that they've dealt with. It's a real weapon for South.
And the flip side of that, in trying to use that breeze and to get that ball back, hasn't worked, and it gives Lakes field position. They've got an extra 20 metres, and here they are into the opposition territory already early in this count.
It's Charles with the offload. There's the halfback again, Newman. This will be the last. So they come to Kelly. Kelly will put it up high. Comes out to the winger, Matt Arthur. And good scrambling in the defence from South. They throw him over the touchline. We change of possession, 15 metres out from South's line. Just under 4 minutes to go in this one, or in the first half anyway. Big thank you to Bar TV for streaming these games as well. Make sure if you're watching overseas or out of area, let us know who you're cheering for. It's the beauty of these streams. Family members from Dubbo and the like can tune in and watch their loved ones. As Van Dartle now with the run. Speaking of the Dubbo boy.
See Lachlan Wolsey just in the acting half here. Joey Morris, the number 9 for South, all bandaged up there in that collision from earlier.
Come through the hands through Lawrence now. 3 in the tackle on Lawrence. Every time they've been down there, they've created problems as it comes to Keelan, and he'll put it up high. This will be a tough one to deal with for the fullback, and does well. Great take.
He's been outstanding, Cole Kennedy, today. Diffusing that bomb. One or two others cleaning up on the kicks and set up that first try. Kicked the second. He's been excellent.
Charles comes in for a run. Still going, Charles. Tough to put down. Still going. Oh, and a little error. Just looking for a bit too much there, Charles. It was a good run. And this just gives South a great opportunity before half-time. Just over 2 minutes to go in this first half.
Just a little sniff. Just a little chance. If they can get it right here, South.
You see the replay. Good run from Charles. Still going, still going. Looked like he went to try and play the ball and just rushed it a bit. The clock continues to tick down here. They're in no rush to pack this scrum. We've got a bit of a push going on here, Josh.
Just wasting a little bit of time here, I think, the Lakes boys.
Some old school scrumming. We might even see one go against the feed. No, we will not. It's not 1980. It's Penn now. Bumps one off. And a great opportunity here for Souths. Comes through the hands. That's Martine. He'll be tackled 15 out from the line. Martine, slow play the ball. They come the open side through Keelan. At the back to Wormsley. Wormsley to Cronin. Van Dartel now. They numbered up well there, Lakes. Just over a minute to go in this first half. Scoreline reads 10 points to 8. Lakes over Souths as they come the open side now, Souths. That's the 15, Manafatoa. He's tackled 5 out from the line. A couple of plays left up their sleeve as they come down to Keelan. Keelan spreads it wide. That's Glanville. Glanville takes the line on. Beats one. Carrying defenders with him. Can't get there. This will be the last. I'm not sure the grubber's in play here. I don't think there'll be enough time to restart the set, and they've earned themselves a penalty. Well, this is an interesting decision. I think Keelan will probably take the shot. Hasn't been the best day for kickers so far. This one's not a gift 2 points either.
Still into the breeze, but maybe slightly easier. Easier to say it from up here, but just with the going slightly from left to right, vertically there, or from that south east.
They tried to pinch a couple of metres infield there.
So yeah, Keelan would normally naturally curve it, the ball from right to left, but yeah, with this it, in theory, should shift left to right.
Well, you heard in the background the halftime siren. It's an opportunity to level things up going into the break. 0 from 2 so far, Keelan, today. As he moves in. Strikes it. I think it's missed. It has, and that's well taken. Well taken by the winger. Mata Arthur switched on there. If he's not on his toes there, Josh, Lakes, South have an opportunity to pinch a try.
Yeah, in some unusual circumstances. Lachlan Wormsley just down a little bit in back play here, the South fullback, but half-time, Lakes 10, South 8.
And who do you think is going to be the happier coach at halftime? Obviously, Lakes go in with the 10 points 8 lead, but as we spoke about earlier, that breeze is a big factor, and in my opinion, it's probably more than a 2-point breeze.
Yeah, not real sure. I don't think there's much in it. It's really anyone's game. It's anyone's premiership here, and pretty good opening 40 minutes.
All right, guys, well, we'll be back after this halftime break with the second half here at McDonald Jones Stadium. Welcome back here to McDonald Jones Stadium for this 2018 Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final. Scoreline reads Lake Seagulls 10, South Newcastle 8. We've got a stiff breeze at the back of South for the second half. So let's see if they can take advantage of that. With both teams just coming back out onto the field now, we shouldn't be too far away from kickoff. Lakes will get us underway in this second half. Be interesting to see if they employ the same short, high kickoffs that Souths did in the first half. We're 40 minutes away from crowning a champion here at McDonald Jones Stadium, and this game is on a knife edge. Could go either way. Lakes are in front at the moment, but they're 40 minutes away from a grand final. Coach Todd Edwards has been beaten 4 times before in a first grade grand final, so he'll be sweating on the boys holding on. As we're back underway in this second half. All to play for here at McDonald Jones Stadium in a tough first half. South now look to work it off their own line. Down by 2. Joey Morris trying to get out of dummy half. A good marker play there as Josh Callahan joins me in commentary. How are you, Josh?
Yeah, very good. Ready for this second half. And interesting to see Lakes there try the South approach with the short kickoff. But South diffused it well. Jason Keelan here. Looking for a 40-20. Not far off. He's got it.
He's got it. It looked like the winger was going to keep it in play. Meta Arthur looked like he was going to get there. The breeze just took it away from him. And Keelan with a 40-20 to start this second half.
Outstanding play from the Lions halfback there. Identified with that breeze that he needed to get it downfield and got a perfect bounce over the sideline. Back in possession, 10 metres out.
And they go straight on the attack. That's the 17-5 to Toa. He's only a couple of metres out. So great start to the second half as Morris goes himself. It's a penalty. And a great opportunity to level things up here early on in the second half. You'd have to think they'll take the points. And they point to the posts.
Yeah, it's a gift to Jason Keelan can equalise here. Make the most of their trip up. I'm sure they would have been tempted to maybe roll the dice.
Definitely on the front foot after that 40-20. I thought Matt Arthur was going to get there, and it just at the last second got out of reach for him.
Yeah, it was quite a high bounce. Just hung up in the air. Great play from South, though.
And it's something we didn't see from Lakes early in the game or at all in that first half, but they didn't really need to be honest. South were employing that short kickoff and Lakes were making the metres and getting up the other end without the 40-20. So a great play from the halfback though, Keelan, as he looks to level things up here at McDonald Jones Stadium, and he does so. So we're all locked up here, 10 points to all. 10 points to all, that's a good one.
There's nothing between them. All means the same.
It'll be interesting to see how Lakes respond to that. They might just have to drop that winger back early, and that might open things up for South as the short kickoff is taken by Lakes. So Lakes do what Souths couldn't. They come up with the short kickoff. Jacob Gagai with the catch. Now Lakes go on the attack, so the risk reward there for the Seagulls. Lakes now looking to hit back. Goes through the hands, that's Charles. Charles is met by 3. Still one behind his brother at the moment in the try scoring race. So they go through the hands, Newman now, short ball. Falule. He's tackled 10 out from the line. They come to the left through Kelly. Kelly with a short ball to Rasika. He's over. No, he's not. Wow, that was close. Kick in behind, and that's got too much sauce on it. Well, Rasika was in for all the tea in China.
I still don't know how he hasn't gone over the Fijian international. look odds on to cross the stripe. But South have done well to hold him up.
It's Penn now, beating one. He's wrapped up. 7 tackle set here for South. Van Dartel out of dummy half. Beats the first one, but can't beat the second. Good solid contact from Blake Smith. So they come down the open side now through Keelan. Cut out pass to Cronin. He was very good in the first half. Cronin scored a try. He'll be tackled 40 out from Lake's goal line. So they come down the short side now through Lawrence. Lawrence has tackled 30 out. Still a few tackles up their sleeve here as South go on the attack. Keelan now comes to Faitoa. And they've put it on the deck.
The mistake they didn't want. Definitely wasn't in Ben Cross's playbook. As conditions have changed just slightly from the start of the first half to now the start of the second half. Just a bit of cloud cover. Dropped a couple of degrees. Maybe even a little bit stiffer, that southerly.
Again, just caught in two minds there, Faitoa. Look for the offload as he was going to ground and just spilt the ball forward as Lakes win the scrum feed now, and that's Gagai. That breeze seems to have picked up a bit, Josh, as well. So Lakes now work it up towards halfway. That's Glow. Plays the ball, comes to the 8. Falule, good run. Comes through their hands now. Newman, short ball. Looking for the offload, and they can't get it away. It's Glow in there again with another run. They come back to Falule again, I think it is. No, it's not. As they come back the open side. That was the 19, Tally. Kick cross field, it's been spilt. And we found a Lakes knock on. So it'll be a change of possession. Not the worst place to give the ball back to South, though.
No, just sort of ran out of the last play option there. Just decided to put it up. South's able to come away with the ball. No damage done.
He might have his eyes on another 40-20 here, Keelan. The wingers are still up. There's Penn now with a good run.
You're more than capable.
Slow play the ball. Short ball to Van Dartel. Quick play the ball from Van Dartel, and he earns his team a penalty. I thought he might have played that one a bit too quick, Josh. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, certainly could have. And Connor Brown now in at dummy half for the Lions, replacing Joey Morris. We have a look on the replay here. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, he got to his feet. I'll give him that. He's earned his side a penalty. And South go on the attack, 10-all here at McDonald Jones Stadium, the 2018 Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final. Keelan now comes to Glanville. Glanville out the back to Van Dartel. Van Dartel steps off his left. Good defence from the inside there by Lakes. There's another penalty. Van Dartel wanted to go quick, but he's not allowed. Can't go quick inside the 10. Be interesting to see what they do here. I think they're going to take the tap. The conditions haven't suited the kickers today. And they do take the tap, 10-all. Matthews chancing their arm here. South had the opportunity to go in front. He's gone awfully close. So they go short now. That's the 18, Schneider. He's stopped. Good defence from Lakes as they come the open side through Keelan. Keelan takes the line on himself. Keelan, oh, he reaches out and spills it with the try line begging. I think he thought he'd scored.
He went all but there.
This is the crowd making their feelings known. Not happy that they weren't allowed to take the quick tap.
Yeah, the Lakes faithful.
They're making a lot of noise, the Lakes faithful.
Just casting an eye over this South lineup as well. Doesn't seem that Lachlan Walmsley, the fullback's come back out. Harry Van Dartel has shifted to that role in behind the defensive line.
If that's the case, Josh, that's a big out for South.
So we see Sean Bosch re-injected, the Lakes captain. Fourth substitution for the Seagulls.
Glow now takes it up over the 40. Come back the open side, through the hands. Rasika. He went within a blade of grass of scoring down this end as well. Oh, nice offload. That's Tally. Tally to the fullback. Van Dartel does well, wraps him up. Last tackle. 5 out. Lakes on the attack. They go the short side. Oh, and Kelly has dropped it. And a penalty. Well, they had the numbers. Kelly put the ball on the deck, but it looked like Souths had some players getting back on side. And now Souths are gifted the opportunity to go 2 in front. It'll be interesting to see what they do, Josh.
The Souths fans weren't happy with that penalty. They looked a circuit and try out left. They take the tap.
Falulai offloads. That's the 9. That's Burgess. Seeker in at dummy half. Comes to Kelly. Kelly now out the back to Newman. Newman through the hands. That's Kennedy. Kennedy beats one. Glanville comes again. They play the ball. 5 out. Come the short side. They'll go close. Held up. Glow. Good scrambling defence from Souths. Just under half an hour to go in this grand final. The score's 10-all. Next points will be crucial. Kelly now shifts it out to Kennedy. Kennedy goes to Gagai. And good numbers in defence. South's numbering up well. They come to Kelly. Kelly now to Tally. The under-20s Knights player back in the team today. This will be the last. Centre field. Plenty of options both sides. They come to Newman. Newman now short ball to Glow. Glow's over. Does he get it down? I thought Van Dartel held him up. He's going to give it. Lakes hit the front. 14 points to 10 with a kick to come. And Nick Glow crashes over from close range off the short ball from Newman.
Nothing but determination there from that Lakes second rower. There was nothing that was going to stop him outside the best efforts of Harry Van Dartel. Well, did everything he could.
I'd like to see the replay, Josh, because I thought Van Dartel got a leg underneath that, but as we look at it now, lovely sleight of hand from Newman. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can't tell you if I saw the ball hit the ground there or not. The referee's awarded the try and we'll go with it, but Van Dartel with an exceptional effort to hold him up. We see it again.
Oh, jeez. The referee's adjudicated that on that first hit, on that first barge through, that there's been some grass taken, but very difficult to ascertain on those replays.
As they look to add the extras, and he sneaks it just inside the left upright, and that could be crucial on a tough day for the kickers. Matt Arthur with the conversion. So with 27 minutes to go in this grand final, we've got Lake Seagulls 16, South Newcastle Lions 10. We've got the luxury of the replays, Josh. The referee doesn't. He made the call on the field. But on first glance, I wasn't sure if he got it down. As we go deep off the kickoff this time. Falulai.
Big moment.
Well, South will have to respond now. We've got to play it down. I know he was just lazy in the play of the ball. In the referee's defence, so Josh, we had a couple of looks at it and we couldn't tell either. So
yeah,
he was
absolutely
in the best position. He must have saw something.
Yeah, just on that initial, which was a bit obscured from the camera view. He was front on and felt like he got some grass, Nick Glow. It's 4 points. That's what it is. And a 6-point lead for Lakes.
16-10. The minor premiers are in front, looking to reverse the result from 2 weeks ago, where South got the better of them. This will be the last, kicking into that breeze. Puts it up high. Sits up in the breeze. It's bounced. A kind bounce for the winger. Flanagan. Penn now gets out of dummy half, and a good tackle out of marker there.
Daniel Peck.
Van Dartel now goes for a run. As you said, Josh, he looks to have filled in a fullback, as we haven't seen Walmsley yet in this second half.
Scott Matthews also benched up for South on the bench, so quite wounded the Lions.
Kick goes up, all taken by Kennedy. Couldn't beat that chase. A good chase from South. So can they put some pressure on with their defence? That's Craig coming in and doing some work. They go short ball. Up over the 20 now, the Seagulls. A good run out of dummy half from Gagai. Picks up 15, nearly 20 metres. Great run from the centre. And he's earned his team a penalty. Well done, Jacob Gagai.
Yeah, excellent work there from the Lake Centre. Brother of Dane, who used to play plenty of games here for the Newcastle Knights. Beaten last night for the Bunnies in the NRL preliminary final.
Can we not talk about that, please?
Oh, he was South fan.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I got beaten by the better team on the night.
Yeah, Roosters Storm.
No complaints. No controversy, just outplayed. And Lakes now on the attack, already with a 6-point lead. I'll play the ball 25 out from the line. To come the open side through Newman. It was his sleight of hand that put Glow into the hole. Out of dummy half, Peck. Peck to Boss. Boss short ball for Lule. He'll be tackled 5 out from the line. They're on the attack, and an error. The big front rower. Just a bit sloppy there in the play the ball.
The light's just starting to take full effect here.
Well, as we glance up over the scoreboard at the southern end, there's some dark clouds coming along, so...
No rain as such, but certainly thinking about it.
Well, if it could hold off for 23 minutes and 2 seconds, that'd be outstanding.
So these two clubs have both won premierships in recent seasons. 2015 for Lakes, 2016 for South, both here at this venue on Turton Road at Broadmeadow. But it's been 30 years since they've actually met in a decider. 1988 was the third of 3 straight encounters between the two clubs. Bit of a pause in play. Is it the referee getting some treatment, I think, from Tom Taylor?
Treatment, or is he fixing his mic up? I'm not sure. He might be fixing his mic up.
Addressing some form of issue.
We'll get play back underway here with a South scrum feed. 10 metres out from their own line. There's a push from Lakes. Oh, and the referee doesn't like it. We nearly saw one go against the feed, Josh.
Yeah, almost. Not to be on that occasion.
That's the second time they've had a bit of a push, Lakes. Bit of a tactic there in the scrum. South now work it out from their own end. That's Penn in for another run. He's been very active, Penn, early on in the sets. Hasn't had a lot of ball come out to his side of the field, though. He's had to go looking for it. They come now to Van Dartel. He beats one Van Dartel, and a nice offload. Good quick hands. That's the 12. Martin with the offload. Comes back to Glanville now. Good footy. It's play on. No. Will be called held. Some good footy from South. They trail by 6 points here. 22 to go. They come open side. That's Lawrence now. Another offload from Lawrence. Cronin now beats Rasika. Nice offload. They're chancing their arm here. Manafatoa will be tackled 10 out from the line. Great play from South. They need to get back into this one. Keelan now. Short ball. That's Higgins. 2 starting front rowers back out there for South. Slow play the ball. This will be the last. They come the open side through Keelan. Keelan throws a dummy. Rasika doesn't fall for it though. Lawrence has dropped it backwards and now it looks like he's knocked it on.
Luke Higgins is in all sorts here as he sort of makes his way back into the defensive line for South. He's only just come back off the bench. Don't know if it was a stinger or if it's something more serious.
Gagai goes for a run now. Still carrying that arm, isn't he? That's a good strong run from the winger. Good defence though from South as they drive him backwards. A little bit of a second effort there from King. He gets away with it though. That's Charles in for the run.
South really lifting here, both in attack and defence.
Good run out of dummy half. That's Peck. Picks up some valuable metres. Be the last tackle. Kelly now. Oh, it's been charged down. Keelan got feet to it. Comes back to Kennedy. What's the signal? 6th again. And I think that's the correct call from the referee. If you charge out of the line like that, even if you do turn your back.
Yeah, almost fortuitous there for South. Lucky they had Kyle Kennedy in the right position there, the fullback.
Oh, Peck's through. Peck with the offload. Can't find hands. Drops to Gagai. Oh, and they've called it a touch. And I tell you what, he would have been tough to stop, Gagai.
That looked all good from here. Seemed like it went back from Peck.
I think the pass went back. I think the referee might have seen a touch here as Peck offloaded. Oh, I can't say Kelly touched that. That's what the referee signalled, that Kelly got a hand to it, but it looked all good from here as Peck shot through the line. A great tackle from King.
Oh, maybe.
Kelly pleading his innocence, as he would.
All right, South get the ball on halfway.
Again, referee was Johnny on the spot. He was in good position. But a great bounce for Gagai, and he was off to the races, Gagai. I tell you what.
Some issues here for South.
I'll tell you what, Josh, if Cameron King doesn't make that tackle in coming across in defence, Peck is through.
Yeah, super effort from King.
They win the scrum feed, South on halfway as it comes to that man King. Carrying 3 people with him. Looking for the quick play the ball. We've got the 14 on there now, Connor Brown. That's Penn. A good solid tackle there from Charles. Crowd didn't like it, but there was nothing dangerous about it. South now on the attack, 20 out from the line. Comes to Glanville. He's been quiet today, Glanville. Keelan. He's been anything but. He's been in everything, Keelan. Glanville now takes the line on. Comes to Rasika. Can't shrug him off. This will be the last. I'll be looking for Keelan here. Gets his hands on the ball. Little kick over the top. And a great take. But it'll be a dropout. Nick Newman under the high ball. We've seen how good he was in the first half. He just left the field of play.
Lakes are pointing to the screen here for the replay. They feel that the ball was taken inside rather than...
I thought he left from the outside. He did.
Yeah, good call. Good call from the officials.
There's the dropout. It's a wobbly old one into the breeze. Turning at right angles. I'll start their set 30 out here, South. Just under 18 minutes to go in this Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final. The scoreline reads Lakes 16, South 10. Scoreline was 10-8 at half time in favour of Lakes. South on the attack, 10 out. It comes to Glanville. He steps off his right. Can't beat Peck. Couple of tackles left up their sleeve as Morris goes himself. Morris is over. Morris has scored. Joey Morris out of dummy half. Caught the markers napping. And South will have the opportunity to level things up. 16 points to 4 with a kick, 14 with a kick to come.
Game on. 16-14 with 17 to go. Kick to come. This is what grand finals are all about. Joey Morris, big play from the Lions hooker. Darts out of dummy half, spins around and manages to get the ball down. Excellent work from the former Morpeth Bulls junior. And he's put his side right back in this game. Whose premiership is it? It's all up for grabs.
Well, we've seen today there aren't any gimmies in the goal-kicking department, so this one just to the left of the uprights. I'll back him in, though.
It was a brave move from Morris too. South seemed a little bit set there to the right, but opted to go himself and made the most of it.
Keelan taking his time over this one. Moves in. Strikes it, and sneaks it inside that left upright. We're all tied up here. Scoreline reads Lake Seagulls 16, South Lions 16, and we've got about 16 minutes to go in this one. And I know we've still got a bit of time, Josh, but I might have to message the missus and tell her to put the dinner in the microwave, mate.
I was looking forward to that Sunday night roast, but it's on pause because it's on here.
Lakes get us back under the way. One's neither here or there, that kick off. Oh, good chase there by Peck. 16 all. Todd Edwards. Who'd be a coach, eh? South now. A little bit of running now, South. Lawrence is up over halfway. It's anybody's ball game. I know it's a massive cliche, Josh, but the next to score will be very important.
Oh, huge 15 minutes we've got coming up.
There's a penalty, a little bit overzealous there from Boss in the tackle. This will give South a great opportunity with just under 15 minutes to go in this one. We've got time off here. Clock still ticking, still ticking. We won't worry about the time off.
Not important.
No. Not in a blowout like this.
Well, really, I mean, a game like this, on this kind of stage and this
occasion.
occasion.
Take it too.
And why not?
Well, you said he was a sharpshooter, Josh. It's the best part of 45 metres out right in front. It'll have to be a good kick in these conditions.
But with this southerly, distance won't be the issue. It's be a matter of steering it between those posts. And I've had the pleasure of watching Jason in the rugby union ranks for quite a few seasons. He won some premierships, at least one, if not two, with Hamilton, the Hamilton Hawks in the Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union. He's definitely capable, and here's a chance to put his team in front in a grand final on the Newcastle Rugby League stage.
You backing him in?
Yeah, I am.
On a horrid day for kickers, this could put Souths 2 points up. Scoreline is 16 all here with 13 minutes to go. Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final 2018. As Keelan moves in. He strikes it well. And the flags are up. He's put it over the dead ball line on the full. He could have kicked that from 55, Keelan. Josh has backed him in and he's got the chocolates.
Hey, excellent job there from Jason Keelan. Took the chance, takes the points, takes the lead.
Am I correct in saying that's the first time they've been in front today, South?
It is.
As Lakes go high and short, looking to get the ball back. Oh, it comes back to them as well. That's the second time this half Lakes have been able to get the ball back off those kickoffs. Souths just weren't able to in the first half. What a game of rugby league we're witnessing here.
I think the closest to this contest has really characterised the entire closest to the season is Peck.
Dummy. Nearly goes through. To go short to Boss, the skipper, looking to get on the score line. And he's shoved back in defence. Looking for the quick play the ball. They come now to Newman. Newman to Charles. Charles runs back in behind. He offloads Charles. Can Lakes get on it? It's been tapped up by King. That'll be 6 again. Boss now through the hands. Burgess is wrapped up. So they'll get a full set of 6 here. As Charles looks like he's down. He's limping back to the line. He's not happy because he wants that extra try. Draw level with his brother.
The family stoush.
Boss now. He's tackled 5 out from the line. Even a penalty here for Lakes would be crucial. And that's a great tackle from Glau. There's the penalty. Glanville came shooting out of the line on Newman and looked to be a good tackle. His leg just got caught up and the referee says he's been put into a dangerous position.
Do you take the 2?
We see the replay. It looked like a great tackle from Glanville. He did lift with the leg. Wasn't the worst tackle I've ever seen, but to the letter of the law. We see the replay again. It's well read by Glanville.
Just in an awkward position. Past the horizontal. Fair enough penalty. And Lakes are going to take the opportunity to try and level this game up. Much more difficult from this end of the field with that southerly blowing.
Matta Arthur, who missed a couple of kicks early on today from pretty close range. He'll have the opportunity to draw Lakes level with just over 10 minutes to go in this grand final. This is what you want in a grand final, Josh. 2 teams battling it out. 18-16, maybe 18 all with 10 to go.
It's about as good as it gets.
The Souths faithful now have their chance to get on the Bua. Matta Arthur moves in, strikes it, and pilots it between the sticks. 18 all with 10 to go.
Wow.
To and fro.
After one of the closest competitions in recent memory where 4 points, 2 wins separated first to 6th, we now have the grand final to go with it. Nothing in it with less than 10 to go and a premiership on the line. 18 all.
There's the kick-off. It's an awkward one to deal with. Well taken there by Newman. And now Boss. That's a captain's run, that one. Into the teeth of the South defence. To come to Charles now. He looks to have shrugged off that, what looked to be injury. Oh, and I think he's put that down. He has. A little error there as he went to ground. And inside the last 10 minutes, the field goal definitely comes into play.
Not out of the question.
A great starting position here for South Lions. He knew it too, Charles. A little bobble. Big thank you to Bar TV for streaming this one as well. Just over 8 minutes to go. If you're watching from out of area or out of state or out of country even, let us know who you're cheering for. Let us know your result as well. As Glanville now off the scrum. Down inside the 20. 8 minutes on the clock. Slow play the ball. They come back the open side. Martin will be tackled 10 out from the line. Morris in at dummy half. Turns Higgins in underneath. Higgins is over. He reaches out and slams it down. The big front rower. And Souths take the lead. 22 points to 18 with a kick to come. Just under 8 minutes to go in this one, and that came from nowhere, Josh.
What about the reach from Luke Higgins? His arms have never been that long in his life, and he's somehow managed to stretch out and find the line. What a play from Luke Higgins. His brother Liam was next to him a few years ago when they won the premiership, and he's just put his team in a good position to win another one. What an effort from Luke Higgins.
Talk about go-go gadget arms.
Oh, super stuff from the prop. Just found a way.
And is that the straw that breaks the camel's back? With 7 minutes to go, and I tell you what, that kickoff's going to be going high and short again. They've got it back twice already, Lakes. They're going to need it back now. The referee blows time off. .6:55 to go. Well, that probably takes the field goal out of it for Lakes at the moment. They need a try. And by the looks of things, probably a try and a conversion.
Could that be the premiership play?
Keelan moves in. And striking it much better in this second half. And that takes the scoreline to South Lions 24, Lake Seagulls 18. There's 6.5 minutes to go here in this Tui's Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final 2018. As you said, Josh, it's been a close season. It's coming down to the wire here as Lakes go short again, and they get it back again. So shift to Gagai. They're not done with yet, the Seagulls. Tackled inside the 20. Still plenty of time on the clock. As it comes to Peck, he's looked the most likely, Peck. Boss now with the settler. Centre field. Peck in at dummy half. They just put their head down. That's Cody Charles. 5 out from the line. Peck in at dummy half. Peck comes to Kelly, goes to Rasika. Rasika's over the line. Can he get it down? No, he cannot. Well, that's about the third time today that Rasika's gone close.
Great effort from South there. Again, looked a almost certain try. Slippery out the back there from Lakes, shifting it to the left. South hang on.
They come back the open side through Kelly. Kelly now to Newman. Turns Charles back underneath. He beats one Charles. Still going. Looking for some support. He offloads. Comes to Burgess. They shift through the hands. Gagai, great read in defence. That was Mana Fatoa. Snuffed out the chance. Kelly now with a kick in behind. It bounces. And Morris cleans it up. Joey Morris, Johnny on the spot. But Lakes will have another set of 6. Just over 5 minutes to go.
Pressure mounting.
I'll tell you what, if Keelan can drop kick the ball like he can kick goals, I think Lakes will want to get a bit deeper here.
And tension definitely in the air here. All on the line.
There's the drop out. Didn't strike it that sweetly. Still travels up to halfway though. As Boss now will take it back. Oh, a little bit of footwork there from the skipper. Under 5 minutes to go. As Boss is slow to his feet. There's the other Charles brother, Cody. He'll be tackled just shy of the 20. Peck in a dummy half. Comes to Newman. Out the back to Kennedy. It's been thrown out the back. That comes to Craig. He'll be tackled 20 out from the line. Still a few tackles up their sleeve here, the Seagulls. So they come to Newman. Newman centre field to Peck. Oh, look to give it short. And he'll take the tackle 20 out from the line. 2 tackles in this set left. Boss again. Short ball to Rasika. Backs his way up to the 10. This will be the last. Not the most enterprising set as Peck gets out of dummy half, throws the dummy, he goes himself. Oh, he'll be stopped half a metre from the line. Great defence under their own goalpost there from South.
Again, great goal line defence from South. That's got to be, well, that's 2 in the last 5 minutes. I reckon it's at least 3 today where South have somehow managed to hang on and hold Lakes up over the line. Great goal line defence. Says a lot about their attitude.
Well, there's still time here for the Seagulls. South are camped on their own goal line, very bunched at the moment. I don't think they'll be too adventurous. It wouldn't even surprise me if they kick early with this breeze at their back.
As Sean Boss comes from the field, it's a concussion check. Casey Burgess going to make his way back on.
Exactly what you want from your skipper today, Boss. He's been very busy. Hasn't let anybody down today, the skipper. Burgess comes back on.
South have the ball in possession. The turnover there on the last.
They go a little bit more adventurous than what I thought. That's a good first run. That was Cronin. Apologies. Looks like Van Dartel without the headgear. Don't do that to us, Harry. That's how we know it's you.
Lakes really trying to step up their efforts in defence here, trying to force a mistake, limit the metres, try and get that ball back in an attacking position.
South, now this has been a good set for South, and they do kick early. Glanville puts it up high, lets the breeze do the work. They let it bounce. Kennedy now. Well, they're going to have to go 90 metres in this set anyway. They shift the play. That's the 16, Robbins now. He'll be tackled 20 metres out from his own line, so 80 metres to go. Mataafa, he's up to the 30. Back in at dummy half, they come to Newman. Newman down the short side to Glow. Doesn't his try feel like a long time ago? Come back the open side. That's Burgess now. Tackled on halfway. Peck in at dummy half. Newman comes to Kelly. Kelly shifts it to Gagai. Gagai beats one. He just got enough of him, Cronin. Just got enough. And an error in the play, the ball. 2 minutes, 6 seconds and counting. Lakes are in absolutely no rush to pack the scrum, and they should be.
There's still time.
They do get it packed. I'll probably get one more use of the ball. I'm not even sure if it'll be a full set.
1 minute 47 left.
South make their way. Lakes have had a few pushes in the scrums as well, so I have to be careful here, South. Minute 47 on the clock. South lead 24 points to 18. All they've really got to do is hold on to the ball for 5 tackles and make it as difficult for Lakes as possible. Penn in at dummy half. He goes for a scoot. He'll be tackled on halfway. Looked like Glow was going for the strip there. He does well to hold on to it, Penn. Flanagan comes in for a run. That'll be King now. A little bit of a leg lift there, but the referee says that's okay as they come down the short side through Matthews. This will be the last. Minute 8 on the clock. They come to Glanville. Glanville steps off his right. They come down the short side. That's Joey Miller looking to put it into touch. Oh, it's been touched by Lakes. Foot on the touch line, and that could be the ball game. Matt Craig went for the all-or-nothing play, Josh, and come up with nothing.
Well, his team needed the ball. Easy in hindsight to say, let it go dead and take the scrum, but he did everything he could there, Matt Craig, to keep it in, and did that. But unfortunately, his foot was on the line. South in possession, 10 metres out. And with a grand final win potentially 40 seconds away.
Well, they've just got to hold on to the ball, South. And the minor premiers are on the ropes. They come to Cronin, barring a one-on-one strip or an intercept or a miracle as Cronin goes close. He nearly put the icing on the cake there, Cronin. So go to King. King will barge over. Will he get it down? Yes, he does. There's the premiership. Cameron King barges over. And the referee points to the spot. And South Newcastle Lions 28 lead Lake Seagulls 18 with the fat lady singing in the background.
Cameron King, what a play. Take a bow. South Newcastle, major premiers 2018. Only 2 years after their last. And with less than a handful of players from that particular grand final team, Ben Cross's Chargers.
As the players flood the field, the fans, sorry. I'm almost certain the referee's going to want this kick taken.
The celebrations have started early for the Lions.
As the announcers just made it apparent to the fans. Well, they did it the hard way, South. Lakes led at half time. They led in the second half, Lakes, but South's just too good in the end. Scoreline reads South Lions 30, Lake Seagulls 18, and Josh, what a grand final.
Yeah, absolutely. That lived up to everything it should have been. Evenly contested throughout the entire 80 minutes. Lakes devastating for them, minor premiers, and they had some windows of opportunity, but it was South that took them, and hats off to Ben Cross and his man in the club. Their second grand final in 3 seasons. Premiership success in 2018, and Jason Keelan, I thought he was outstanding as the Lions halfback today. Really steered the ship and made some clutch plays with the boot, especially that 45-metre penalty, and then Luke Higgins with the game in the balance with 10 to go, the prop. That was a massive play. Got the try to break the deadlock, and that's all she wrote. South Newcastle major premiers 2018.
Yeah, congratulations to South. You got to feel for Todd Edwards. That's 0-5 now as the coach. Another heartbreaker. In a battle that could have gone either way, his team certainly showed up today and didn't disgrace themselves, but couldn't get the chocolates at the end of the day. And yeah, 2018 premiers are South Newcastle.
But yeah, what a competition it has been this year, and it's culminated in the game that was today. Very fitting of a grand final, and yeah, commiserations to Lakes, but certainly hold their heads high. Brave effort, wonderful season, just unfortunately don't get the trophy today, but to South, congratulations, take a bow, and she'll be rocking over there at the Lees Club tonight.
Well, we've witnessed a great game today, Josh, and my name's Daniel McCamley, and I've been calling with Josh Callan, and hopefully we'll see you guys tune in again next year when Bar TV are streaming the Newcastle Rugby League. But for now, we'll sign off and have a long off-season.
30-18 to be your champions today. Joining us for the presentation, first up I'd like to welcome the Regional Sales Manager for TUI's to say a few words. Please welcome to the stage, Wade Dean.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all coming today. Wow, what a season. It's been the closest in living memory, and today culminated in one of the best grand finals we've all seen. Congratulations to both teams, and make sure you enjoy tonight responsibly with a nice cold TUI's New. Cheers.
Wade, I'll get you to remain side of stage here, along with John Crooks, the chairman of Newcastle Rugby League, and John Mo Wilson, who will assist with our presentation. First up, we'd like to thank our match officials for officiating the grand final. So please thank Lewis Matheson, Nathan Emily, Dylan Clark, Kurt Grogan, and Cam Smith, your match officials for first grade. And now I'd like to welcome the defeated captain to say a few words on behalf of Lakes United. Please join us, Sean Boss.
Firstly, I'd like to thank South. It was a hell of a game, and we knew it was going to be tough. Enjoy it, lads. Well done. To my boys and all our supporters, without you guys, we're nothing. We really do appreciate the community we've got, and yeah, head up, lads. Thank you.
I'd like to also acknowledge Gary Smith, Director of Business Plaza, who's going to join us for the presentations. And John Mo Wilson will now present the Player of the Match Award to the best on ground. From South Newcastle, number 2, Harry Van Darkel.
Myself, I want to thank Lakes for obviously good enough today. We couldn't do it without it. First of all, Crossy, thank you very much for being so good to me this year. And the boys, full credit to you, that's all I'm going to say. Don't really have much else to say, but thank you all for coming, supporters. Simo, this is for you. Tori, who else am I missing? And all the coaching staff, thank you very much. Especially to it. Thank you very much.
Now, Sean Boss, if you'd like to lead your team back on the stage to collect your runner-up medallions. And one more time, a big hand for Lakes United. I'd like to welcome up from our victors, South Newcastle, the winning captain, Ryan Glanville, and the winning coach, Ben Cross, to be presented with both the Business Plaza Cup and the Ted O'Sullivan Trophy.
First and foremost, thanks everyone for turning up today. The Lakes, that was one hell of a grand final. And if you're looking for a grand final, that's what you want. A game like that. Well done to you and your season as well. Right up. The South, 3 today, walk away with 2. We're going to party like it was 3. Whoa! Your Newcastle Rugby League champions, the Business Plaza Cup, South Newcastle. And Ryan, if you'd like to lead your team up to get their winning medallions.